someone came to me and bought a mask. It was a newly
sculpture work.
Yeah, sculpture work. Newly wedded couple, and the man liked art. Now that he has his own house, he
wants to beautify.
Beautify the place. He bought the mask. Hey, that very day he brought me back the mask, because the wife says, if that mask will stay in this house, then let me go back to my mom.
She was simply
because she'd been watching movies.
Okay.
And then in the movies, in the nights, there are, beings that comes out of, those artifacts. Artwork. So this lady, that man can never buy art anymore. There's nobody on earth that is more religious as the black man, as an African.
That's deep.
That's why when, because we really cherish and then adore our deities, our gods. So if they tell you this thing, don't do it, they would never do. African would never do it. Art with spirituality.
Art is spiritual.
Art exactly is spiritual. There is no country on earth that develop without art and culture. People.
Mr. Ray.
Hey, what a pleasure. What will I do? Why? Are you coming to arrest me or what? Are you sure a conversation? I just want a conversation. I don't want an interview. That's right. You get me? Good. All right. Easy work. Yeah,
All right, so viewers, welcome once again to No Ghana with Jeffrey. On today's episode, we decided to pay one of our favorite artists in Ghana a visit. And indeed, he will introduce himself because I'm not worthy to introduce him. He's a big man and he has been in this industry for so long a time. So, Honorable, should I say you're welcome to my show or you welcome me to your studio?
I am welcoming you to my studio because me, I'm here and then you come.
I came with my team.
Yes.
All right. So someone will ask, who is this man and why is it the need for us to even talk to him? So can you help us with your quick profile?
Actually, I'm Ray. Ray Agbo. I'm an artist. Yes, because I do everything except nothing. That's my motto.
All right.
Yeah, I do sculpture. I do painting. I do performance. I do everything that I come across. I put my hand onto it. So I call myself an artist.
Okay, so someone who asks, what inspired you to start doing some of these works that you've been doing? Because in our part of the world, people don't really appreciate what you are doing. So what inspired you to do it full time?
It is not a matter of inspiration. No, the inspiration comes in when you are doing a particular work, a particular piece of work, and then you draw the inspiration from nature or from something particular. But you know, when it comes to my field of job, it is no more a matter of inspiration, but it's a matter of call. It's a matter of call. They will like the way they will tell somebody, some lawyer, that he was called at the bar. Yes.
So you were called to be an artist.
I am called to be an artist. I've been in this business more than 30 years now.
3 decades.
Yeah. I finished school in '92, and since then, I've been working.
So someone would want to know how it all started for you.
Yeah, that's.
So you take us through how the journey began, and you come to some of the success that you chopped.
You know, surprisingly, I've never done drawing in school before. I've never done art in school when I was, you know, schooling. I've never done art before. But there was this sculptor in, you know, our house, a neighbor. He was very good. He was a carver. He was very, very, very good, this guy. He was doing furniture, especially doors for people. And then when sometimes I'll skip school and then just go with him and then be helping him, you know, at his studio. That's where I begin to generate the interest of going into the art. It got to a point where I dropped out from school.
This is at what level?
At GSS.
Junior high today.
Yeah, junior high. I'll pass and go to SS. I'll pass and go to SS, and then I drop out. So when I drop out, my parents, they wanted me to be a doctor. So they asked me to go for a veterinary school. What I did, that one also, I've done it for 1 year.
Really?
Yeah, I've
so
done
you
it for 1 year.
science background as well.
Yes, and then you know, when I finished that, also I was just lounging around, and then there was this art college, you know, in the city where I was,
which is.
But then that was in Togo, back in Togo. Yes.
So you
Back
are
in
not
Togo.
a Ghanaian.
I hail from Ho.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but my parents
were staying
in Togo. My
okay.
grandfather, you know, moved to stay
okay.
there, and then, you know, my parents were all born
So
there.
that's where you were born and brought up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the city there was that art college, and then the art college just, you know, brought their call for entrance examination, and then I gave it a try. And then here I am today. I wrote the entrance examination, and then I passed.
So the college is like a tertiary or secondary, pre-tertiary?
It's a secondary.
Okay, this was at what year?
That was from 98, 99. No, 99. What am I talking about? 89, 90, 91. 92,
okay.
I finished.
Okay. At home?
No,
At
back in Togo.
Togo. Okay.
That was back in Togo. It was when I finished school that I came back here.
Oh, okay.
After that, I taught for 2 years, and then I came back to Ghana. And then since I've established in Takoradi over here. And then,
okay.
You know, I did in school. There was ceramic, macrame, painting. They even do sculpture. They also do how do you call it? They have a particular section for tie and dye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the first year, you go through all those sections. And then second year, then you choose, you know, your field. And then third year, then you just master it. And then
so for you would say everything that you do now started from the college?
Yeah, everything I do started from the college.
That's where the inspiration and everything started from, even though your neighbor also influenced your interest.
Yeah, my neighbor influenced my listening. He is even he doesn't know that I'm now doing art.
Oh, okay.
The neighbor, because he left.
Okay.
He left before I finished school, so he never knew that you know, he's my mentor. Okay. And I'm still doing the art.
I see. So let's take it from the point where you came to Ghana after you were done with school at Togo. How did the journey in Ghana also start?
When my parents, you know, were here. I have an auntie here.
Okay.
So because I was much more into carving, and in Takoradi, you know, those days we had so many sawmills around. So
sure.
She said, "Oh, you come back," and then I came back to Takoradi.
So from Togo to Takoradi.
Yeah.
This was in what year? 19.
I came here in 94.
94.
Yeah.
It's like 29 years, roughly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Came here in 94.
94. So let's take us through the Takoradi journey.
So when I got here, I was carving. Carving huge elephants, 1.50 meters. I mean, huge things, because there was enough wood around. You go to the sawmill, they give you wood, and then, you know, it's not like today that things are changing. And then I had a colleague. We all went to the college there together. He also relocated to Ghana, and then he went back to Ghanaian school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ghanaian College of Art. And then there, he also pursued painting. Today he's in Norway today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in Norway. He went to do his masters over there, and then, you know, he remained in Norway. He's teaching. He's still doing the art. We have things, you know, in common that we do. We have projects that we come and do together every year. You know, that's another story altogether. And then one time there was an exhibition, a fair in Accra, and I went to the fair with my stars.
Some of your works.
And then I saw him there.
You met your friend?
I met my friend.
Okay.
It was like a bosom friend. We were back in school.
So he didn't know you've moved to Ghana?
No, he didn't know I moved to Ghana.
Okay.
He never knew I moved to Ghana. But I knew. He said after that he would come to Ghana. To Ghana College, because we had a professor there that also went to Winneba.
Okay.
But he advised us to come to Ghana after schooling in Togo, to come and then pursue our education here.
Okay.
Either Winneba or Ghana or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So my friend said he will come. So he came and did the Ghana school. But me, I came straight into business.
Okay.
We met there. He brought his paintings. He was also selling his paintings. But, you know, as an artist, we have ambitions.
Sure.
And then he said, time to time, they organize residencies and then those things around. So whenever any of them arise, he will invite me. I was here when he invited me for a residency in Accra. Yeah, they organized the residency, It was financed by the French embassy.
Okay.
Then I've attended it. That's the beginning of my journey into the fine arts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you also further education after you moved here? Let's start from the educational background.
Not formally.
Not formally.
Yeah, because I attend. What I do is I attend workshops. I attend, residencies. A lot of residencies.
And that has given you a lot of experience.
Yeah, a lot of workshops. That is it. Nature is my university.
Okay.
Yeah, it has fortified my knowledge into art, into life. Not necessarily. I don't necessarily need to
have certificates
for what I do, provided I do it. And if you want to do something, if it must be done, it must be done well.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's how we live.
I see.
That's how we live.
Okay. So, viewers, we are having a very nice conversation with Mr. Ray. I call him the Ray. They call him Ray Clever.
Ray Abu. I don't even want the clever.
You don't want the clever again.
You should call me by my native name, which is Viviti Maleagba.
Okay. So from that angle, you speak of the native, which means you are also focused, or there is some infusion of tradition in your works. Tell us about that. What do you think we've left our culture in most of our works nowadays?
Actually, my grandmom was a traditional priest.
Okay.
Yeah. I learned a lot from her in terms of life with spirituality, art with spirituality.
Art is spiritual.
Art exactly is spiritual. Art is spiritual. But there's a lot of intersection in art and spirituality. But a lot of people don't know. If I can turn my eyes onto this wall and see things that you cannot see, it means it's beyond natural.
Sure, I get you.
It's beyond natural.
You're able to read meaning to
things that you cannot,
things that any normal person
cannot do. It means it's beyond natural. I don't want to use supernatural because maybe it will be too much. But it's beyond natural. So, because I read meaning into things the way other people might not, it's not given to anybody at all, just few. Then I find myself into the realm of, my grandma's practices. Because when she does her things, you will not understand her. When she's doing her things, you just follow you. But when you are not initiated, you cannot understand what she's doing. If I don't initiate you to what I'm doing, you cannot understand what I'm doing. It is only given to the connoisseur to know what I'm doing. That's where I intersected to, not spirituality, but something beyond natural.
Normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something beyond natural. And then also because I'm not colorful. Though the universe is colorful, I am not colorful. I'm more earthly. So when you look at the colors that I use in my works, they are more earth colors. natural colors. When I take woods, especially, I like using them in their natural way. In their natural way. So it is somehow our forefathers, they were using art to represent our culture. For instance, Asisegwa, the chief's stool. When you see a stool,
normal stool,
the way it is designed, you know that this stool belongs to a chief. This stool belongs to a queen mother. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
Though the queen mother is not sitting on the stool, the chief is not sitting on the stool, but you know that this stool belongs to this person.
So you could say the art was telling our story.
The art was tell our story.
So what has changed?
I don't want to go into that. But it's all because of colonization. It's all because of colonization. There is nobody on earth that is more religious as the black man, as an African.
That's deep.
That's why when, because we really cherish and then adore our deities, our gods. So if they tell you this thing, don't do it, they would never do. African would never do it. Today, if you go to the Volta region, your money fall on the floor. Some places, of course. You go around, you come back, you come and meet your money there. Because they know that if you dare take it, you put a curse upon yourself. Something might happen to you. But because of colonization, they came and then they said those our deities are not good. Those our gods are, satanic. We should throw them away. And then we've thrown them away. They brainwash us. And then pick whatever we have. People throw their deities away. And then the colonizers carry them and then send them into their museum. Today, if you want it, you have to go there.
I see.
It's in their museum. They are worshipping it. Those are the things that has made the African culture lose its power. Although life is dynamic, everything is subjected to change, but not to that extent. Today we are so embedded into the belief that our culture does not have value, but the imported culture rather is good.
See our culture. So I'm sorry to cut you.
Carry on.
Can we say government of the day? We've shifted a bit, but I want us to focus on what you are saying. The government of the day is not doing much for the cultural sector in terms of preserving what we have and also promoting it. You have been in the field for more than 3 decades.
Preserving what we have and promoting it depend on individuals. Okay?
It's not a government responsibility.
It's not a government responsibility, but government has responsibility
to play.
Yes. Government has responsibility to play, but it's not for government to tell us to keep our culture the way it must be. we normally put the burden on government. I know people who were having artifacts in their room, in their houses. But the moment they pretend to give their life to Christ, they got rid of all those things. That is not government. That is not government. It's we ourselves that are doing ourselves. Government cannot come and tell you, oh, keep the artifacts. It's just an artifact.
I get you.
Someone came to me and bought a mask. It was a
sculpture work.
Yeah, sculpture work. Newly wedded couple. And the man liked art. Now that he has his own house, he
wants to
beautify the place. He bought the mask. Hey, that very day he brought me back the mask. Because the wife says, if that mask will stay in this house, then let me go back to my mom.
She was simply
because she'd been watching movies.
Okay.
And then in the movies, in the nights, there are, beings that comes out of, those artifacts. Artwork. So this lady, that man can never buy art anymore. If he would, then he will go for some picture be somewhere and then come and put it in his room. Chinese pictures. You understand?
So that kind of mentality or idea that our craft contains some spiritual
thing is the main reason why our culture is like this. Of course, government has to give facilities to culture agencies to advocate and tell the whole world what culture really is. They don't do it. They were doing it. Along the line, a bit by bit, everything changed. Fades out. But the major problem is from the individuals. There is no country on earth that developed without art and culture. People today, we Ghanaians, we call ourselves Igwe. We dress like Igwe. We dress like Nigerians. If you watch Ghanaian movies today, they dress like Nigerians. You bought somebody's culture. You don't appreciate the one you yourself. You see,
it's not a Ghanaian thing.
It's not a Ghanaian thing. Someone sold his culture to you and made it good for you to appreciate it, and then you embrace it, adopted it. But your own, you don't want to
sit there. All right, so let's come back. We'll come back to this issue again, but let's come back to your work itself. So you've been in this work for 3 decades now, and when one may say there are some positive impacts that you've made. Can you recall some of the hard moments in your career as an artist in Ghana? The reason I'm asking this is because sometimes people think this work doesn't pay. This work is just, you are wasting your life. So maybe saying this thing will also motivate someone watching out there to have a different perception about the work that you do.
I was collected by some ambassador, French ambassador in Ghana. He collected my work. That was, one hell of time. That joy that went through me.
This was in what year?
It was, I think, 2004.
Okay.
It was in 2004.